Brad here from 999 KnowHow. In this video, I'll be talking about the nervous system. So, let's get started. The nervous system is the body's command centre. It works by sending messages or electrical signals between your brain and all the other parts of your body. These signals tell the body to breathe, move, speak and see. The nervous system regulates complicated processes such as thought and memory. It also plays an essential role in the things your body does without even thinking, like blushing, sweating and blinking. It's divided into two main parts: the central nervous system, or CNS, and this includes the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, or PNS, which consists of nerves that branch out from the CNS to the rest of the body. Let's look at the central nervous system in more detail. The brain. This is the control centre for all body functions. Key areas include the cerebrum, which is responsible for conscious thought and movement, cerebellum, which coordinates balance and fine motor skills, and the brainstem, which controls vital functions like breathing and heart rate. This is the highway for nerve signals that are sent between the brain and the body. It is protected by the vertebrae, which are the bones of the spine. Now let's look at the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. It is further divided into the somatic nervous system, which controls voluntary movements and relays sensory information, and the autonomic nervous system, which manages involuntary functions like heart rate and digestion. It has two branches, which are the sympathetic, which is known as the fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic, which is known as the rest and digest state. Now let's talk about neurons, which are the most basic units of the nervous system. They transmit electrical and chemical signals. The parts that make up a neuron are the dendrites, which receive signals, the cell body, which processes information, the axon, which sends signals to other neurons, and synapse, which is the gap where signals pass between neurons. Let's move on to nervous system medical emergencies that can be encountered. A cerebral vascular accident, more commonly referred to as a CVA or stroke, and this is where blood flow to the brain is blocked or there is a sudden bleeding in the brain. Signs and symptoms can include facial drooping, arm or leg weakness, and speech difficulties. Spinal cord injuries, which is damage to the spinal cord from trauma such as a fall or a road traffic collision, or non-traumatic causes like tumours, degenerative and vascular conditions, infections, toxins, or through birth defects. Signs and symptoms of a spinal cord injury can include extreme back pain or pressure in the neck, head or back, weakness or incoordination or loss of control in any part of the body, numbness, tingling or loss of feeling in the hands, fingers, feet or toes, loss of bladder or bowel control, trouble with balance or walking, and trouble breathing after injury. Seizures, which occur from an abnormal electrical activity in the brain. Signs and symptoms can include a vacant stare, jerking movements of the arms and legs, stiffening of the body, a loss of consciousness, breathing problems or stopping breathing, and loss of bowel or bladder control. Meningitis, which is inflammation of the protective membranes which cover the brain and spinal cord. Signs and symptoms can include a high temperature, vomiting, a severe headache, a non-blanching rash, a stiff neck, photophobia, which is an intolerance to bright lights, drowsiness or unresponsiveness, and seizures. Remember, understanding informs quick recognition and treatment of these conditions that are often life-saving. Management and treatment of these emergencies will be covered in other videos. Let's quickly recap the key points covered. The nervous system has two main parts: the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The brain and spinal cord form the central nervous system. The peripheral nervous system includes somatic and autonomic systems. Neurons are the basic units transmitting signals throughout the body. Thanks for watching 999 KnowHow. I hope this has helped you understand the nervous system better. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media for more emergency medical content. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, then leave it in the comments below.